rural heart of Central Florida, where dense palm forests and swampy wetlands intertwine, has become the perfect battlefield for wild boars to thrive. These creatures multiply rapidly, invading gardens, destroying irrigation systems, and leaving behind heavy damage. Facing the risk of losing their crops, local landowners turn to us, hoping to reclaim their land from this invasion. A challenging pursuit awaits. Let's step into the journey together. Before dawn breaks, our hunting truck quietly rolls toward the forest, where wild boars usually begin their destruction. With years of experience, we know their habits and active hours. Every detail is planned meticulously. Every step, every breath is calculated as we move into position. Soon, the first targets appear. I raise my rifle, aim precisely, and squeeze the trigger. Swift, clean, decisive. The beast collapses instantly. Those opening shots mark the beginning of our mission to restore peace to this land. We move deeper into the forest, following fresh hoofprints pressed into the damp soil. Not a sound escapes as the team sticks close to the trail, eyes scanning every palm bush and shadowed corner. "There it is," I whisper. I lift my gun, take careful aim, a perfect shot. The boar drops on the spot. Without a chance to react. Elsewhere, Ethan, my teammate, has skillfully set up bait. From a high vantage point, he watches the herd's movement. In a narrow valley where the boars often pass, he quietly raises his rifle and takes aim at the massive leader. A single shot rings out, the target falls, and chaos erupts among the rest of the herd. Seeing Ethan's strategy work so effectively, we quickly expand our traps and split up to cover key positions. This is our land, and our duty is to protect it. Once again, the boars fall into our ambush. With quick, precise shots, we neutralize several threats, safeguarding the farms and crops from further destruction. Meanwhile, at a crosspoint where many herds converge, Ethan's team is ready. As soon as a target appears, he fires. A clean hit, the boar collapses. The others scatter in panic, but every escape route is already blocked. The sharp crack of rifles echoes through the woods, cutting off any chance of escape. Following the trail, Ethan spots a large herd moving deeper into the forest. Without hesitation, he fires again, taking down another. When he prepares to continue, the rest of the herd vanishes into the thick foliage. Determined, Ethan signals us to advance further into the dense swamp. The rough terrain and thick vegetation make tracking almost impossible without the hunting dogs leading the way. Suddenly, a giant wild boar bursts out of a bush, its eyes glowing red. Instinct takes over. I tighten my grip on the trigger. The shot echoes through the humid air, and the creature falls instantly. We keep searching through the undergrowth, where a few survivors are still hiding. The sound of barking dogs and rustling leaves mixed with the pounding of our hearts. A few more precise shots ring out, each one delivering a clear message. This land is no longer a safe haven for wild boars.
Sharp shots ring out, each one a message.
And so, another long day in Florida's wilderness comes to an end, leaving behind unforgettable memories. If you enjoy thrilling hunting adventures like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join us on the next expedition. See you again on the next hunt.
In the mountains of Asturias, Spain, locals are struggling against the threat of ferocious wild boar herds. Fertile fields can turn barren overnight, scarred by their storm-like destruction. These massive beasts are described as both swift and savage, enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Our hunting team quickly mobilized, spreading out into the dense forests, determined to track them down to the very lairs where they hide. No matter how cunning wild boars may be, they can't escape the traps of their own habits. Trails deep in the forest are stamped with countless hoofprints, clear signs that lead us straight to them. I moved carefully, avoiding any sound that might give me away. Then suddenly, from the thick brush ahead, a massive boar burst out, fast as an arrow. Without hesitation, I pulled the trigger. The gunshot echoed through the forest, the beast staggered, stumbled, and collapsed. One decisive moment was enough to seal the fate of this fierce creature. The sky suddenly darkened, and a chill crept through the treetops, making the forest feel heavier than ever. I moved into a tangle of fallen logs, pressing myself behind a massive trunk, silent and watchful. Then, without warning, a huge wild boar emerged into view. The instant it stepped forward, I squeezed the trigger. The shot rang out, and the beast collapsed on the spot. That kind of precision only comes from a hunter seasoned by years of experience. I moved quietly deeper into the forest, each step cautious, aware of the danger lurking around me. At the edge of the woods, a massive boar suddenly appeared, its fierce eyes locked straight on me. I quickly raised my rifle, kept my breathing steady, and pulled the trigger with a firm squeeze. The gunshot echoed, and the beast dropped instantly. Had I hesitated even for a moment, the outcome could have been disastrous. Yet in those perilous seconds, I knew my duty was clear: to stop the threat before it could wreak more havoc on the villagers' crops and land.
Out here, in the raw wild, it's man very thrift. It's about mastery, says the nature. And today, the wild boar.
That afternoon, I moved along the forest edge and settled into a shaded spot to watch. Through the thick foliage, the dark silhouette of a massive boar slowly came into view, wandering carelessly, unaware of the danger nearby. I steadied my hands, aimed carefully, and pulled the trigger. The first shot made it stumble before it could react. Quickly, I reloaded and fired again. The second shot brought it down clean. Late in the afternoon, I left the forest and moved to the roadside, taking my assigned position. Suddenly, a herd of wild boars burst out, their pounding hooves roaring like thunder. I stayed calm, aimed carefully, and squeezed the trigger. The shots rang out, the lead boar was hit and dropped instantly. The rest of the herd panicked and scattered back into the dense woods. As the last light of sunset faded, I spotted the final herd of boars hiding near the forest's edge. Without hesitation, I pulled the trigger, and the burst of gunfire sent the entire pack fleeing into the darkness. That marked the end of a long, grueling day where patience and determination were pushed to the limit. For the peace of this land, we're willing to stay awake through the night, give our all, and even face danger, just so the villagers can rest easy and their crops remain safe. The journey of facing the giant wild boars has come to an end, but the tension and danger still echo in our minds. What about you? What was the most unforgettable moment of this hunt? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to join us in the next adventure. This morning I brought my favorite hunting rifle, a Henry single-shot .30-30 I picked up on a year-end sale last season. It's got a walnut stock and a long barrel that catches the early sun. I swapped the original sights for a Skinner peep to get steadier shots. When I tried 150 grain rounds they were hitting a bit high, so I switched to 170 grain, and the results were impressive. At 25 yards every shot landed in the bull. At 100 yards the first 4 rounds grouped under 2 inches. Honestly, this rifle shoots more true than my trigger finger. For years a giant boar has been my toughest quarry, a ghost on this land that only shows up after dark. Last spring I finally lured him out in daylight and tried to finish it with a .22, aiming for the forehead. But in a careless moment I pulled the trigger too soon and missed. The next night he came back to the corn feeder with a .22 scrape across his flank. So tonight, armed with the .30-30, I'm hoping to put an end to this stubborn hog once and for all. I searched the area and found the ground torn up, as if a plow had just passed through. I set the corn feeder right there, filling it with fruit-scented corn to draw him in. I figured that Big Boar would come from the edge of the field, so I took position in the stand about 65 yards out, well within range for iron sights. But as the sun sank, the target at about 60 yards looked tiny through the sight, so I set up a portable blind at 30 yards to shorten the shot and improve my odds. I hid the blind in the brush, keeps me concealed and out of the summer rain. Now it's just a wait for the trail camera to ping. If he comes back, I'll move in the next day. A few days later the trail camera checked in. The boar came back and devoured corn for nearly 2 hours, the perfect window to take him with the .30-30. My plan was to aim for the shoulder, punch through the chest and drop him with one shot. I avoided the neck because iron sights make that shot harder to trust. It's chilly after the rain and the winds died down, near ideal conditions. I chambered around and kept one in the carrier. The rifle feels right in my hands, balanced and light, perfect for thick cover. I couldn't sleep all night from the anticipation. I'm hoping tonight finally ends this long chase. Finally, the quarry showed up. My heart tightened and adrenaline spiked. I waited for the right moment, squeezed the trigger, eyes glued to the sight. The shot rang out. I waited a few minutes before stepping out to check. There it was, the old boar I'd chased for seasons, a battle-hardened brute with a scarred shoulder from that earlier .22 graze. Seeing it lie still brought a lump to my throat. The Henry .30-30 had done its job, one powerful, precise shot. After months of being harassed by that hog, the relief was real. And that's where this hunt ends, the pursuit of the giant boar with my Henry .30-30. One clean, decisive shot closed out a long standoff between me and the most stubborn troublemaker in these woods. What do you think makes a hunt truly memorable? Skill, luck, or calm under pressure? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to join me on more thrilling hunts ahead.
At the beginning of 2020, the people of northern Kansas faced a serious problem. Packs of coyotes began invading farms. They not only caused destruction but also directly attacked livestock, especially sheep, the main source of income for many local farmers. These coyotes often preyed on calves, lambs, horses, and even fully grown cattle. The attacks occurred frequently, causing heavy losses. Within the first few months of the year, the estimated damage reached nearly $500,000, a devastating figure for communities that depend entirely on agriculture and livestock farming. The coyote population was rapidly increasing, with an estimated 15,000 individuals in the area alone. Traditional methods such as fencing, noise, or lights were no longer effective. When the risk became unmanageable, the Kansas state government had to authorize expanded hunting operations to keep the species under control. Daytime coyote hunting requires great patience. Under the bright sunlight, they are highly alert and can easily detect humans. Therefore, hunters often choose the strategy of sitting and ambushing from afar rather than direct pursuit. Ideal positions are usually high grounds, hillsides, or rice fields with wide visibility, allowing hunters to track the coyotes' movements across fields or near livestock areas.
Damn, right.
The most favored weapons are .223 Remington or .22-250 rifles, preferred by those who shoot from a long distance. These rifles have high muzzle velocity, flat trajectories, and minimal deviation at range. Their effective distance is about 150 to 200 meters, enough to bring down a coyote without needing to get too close. In addition, many hunters use electronic collars that emit luring sounds. The most common sounds are distressed rabbit cries or rodent squeaks. When they hear such noises, coyotes mistake them for easy prey and move closer. At that moment, the hunter steadies the rifle, adjusts the scope, and waits for the right opportunity. A precise shot to a weak point can bring the animal down instantly. However, the biggest challenge in daytime hunting is that coyotes rarely stay out in the open for long. They move quickly, often stopping abruptly to observe their surroundings. so the shooter must stay extremely focused. One should never pull the trigger too soon. Many hunters fail because they act hastily, alerting the coyotes, which then flee and become more cautious. Winter in Kansas is freezing, with thick snow covering the fields, bringing both advantages and challenges. The benefit is that coyote tracks are clearly visible on snow, making them easy to follow. Moreover, when food becomes scarce, they are forced to travel farther, increasing the chances of walking into ambush zones. However, winter also presents difficulties. The white snow makes hunters easier to spot, so they must wear full white camouflage. The strong, cold wind carries sound farther, and even a careless noise can make the prey escape.
Let's just see what happens. Let's just...
Oh, hey, buddy. Hey.
See the third one. Come on, you just gotta shoot. He's gonna go the other way. Hey, did you just trip? Yes, go for it. Done. Hold on.
In recent years, training and using specialized hunting dogs have become a powerful support method. Well-trained dogs can detect and track coyotes' scent. Even in deep snow, they not only locate but can also drive coyotes out of hiding, leading them toward the hunter's ambush. Thanks to this method, the number of coyote attacks has dropped significantly. However, not all dogs are eligible. Only those that have undergone rigorous training and proven real hunting ability are accepted into the team. Besides hunting and dog use, Kansas authorities have also implemented mechanical traps in areas near farms, where coyotes often search for food. Once trapped, they are relocated to more remote areas with abundant food sources, reducing direct conflict with humans. This measure not only protects livestock but also prevents excessive hunting, helping maintain ecological balance. However, all hunting and trapping activities must be strictly supervised to prevent abuse or illegal trading.
Local people reported that in recent days, wild boars had been ravaging the fields bordering the forest. The whole village worried, so we had no choice but to organize an immediate hunt to stop the damage. Stepping into the deep woods, the familiar scent of musk hung in the air, a clear sign of the animal's presence. The team leader quickly coordinated the group, leading us straight to the trail where encounters with the boars usually occur. There, an ambush plan was drawn up and everyone prepared for the first confrontation. The ambush site was an open clearing, visibility good, but with many escape routes for the boars. The commander surveyed carefully, identified possible exits, positioned the team in blocking posts, and placed a reserve group ready to support. The hunting dogs were released to follow the scent point. Ten minutes later, the dog's frantic barking signaled imminent danger. The herd charged across the clearing, attempting to flee. From the open area behind us, we took careful aim and pulled the trigger decisively. Each boar fell. The encirclement tactic, combined with the dogs, proved clearly effective. On command, we spread out, continued to track and hold positions. The team split into 4 directions as ordered. When I reached a small pond cutting through the woods, a dark shape slowly materialized. I carefully raised my rifle, adjusted my sight, taking advantage of the moment the boar entered the water. When the animal came into view, a shot rang out. Patience and timing produced a precise hit. Otherwise, the bullet might have caught on a branch and the quarry could have escaped. Once the line was set, we continued to pin down a few more. The forest grew quieter, only the hunting dogs still nosing about. Just as we thought the pack had thinned out, loud barking came from the south. We quickly shifted our fighting direction. I ran along the trail to assist. A large boar was driven into a corner, thrashing in panic. I moved in, closed the shooting distance, patient to wait for an opening rather than firing blindly. When the opportunity arrived, I squeezed the trigger, once again, team discipline turned chaos into control. At the same time, another teammate was led by the dogs to a sounder. He skillfully used the terrain as cover, approached and fired when he was close. In those decisive moments, every shot carried weight. A single miss could have caused the entire operation to fail. We continued to scan the area, determined to end the threat to the villagers' crops. About 10 minutes later, I heard a rustle nearby. Surely another boar hiding. The team fanned out, carefully sweeping the undergrowth. Suddenly, a shadow bolted past me trying to escape. I quickly assessed the situation, closed in and fired. The round hit its target, ending the dash. As one shot fell silent, another sounded deeper in the woods. Yet another target under unrelenting pressure from the dogs and hunters. Each shot was quick and precise, turning the dense forest into a battlefield without escape. After the tactical area quieted, the team, exhausted but cautious, thoroughly searched every bush to ensure no boar remained hiding. Once safety was confirmed, we began collecting what we'd taken and inventorying the damage. The hunt ended in order, carefully planned, fully lawful and in compliance with local regulations. Our objective was not only to address an episode of destruction, but also to protect the harvests and livelihoods of the people. Although today's damage has been reduced, this is only part of a long-term effort to balance the relationship between people and the wild. Recently in Texas, farmers and local officials have reported a string of incidents where wild boars have charged into residential areas, damaged crops, and attacked livestock. These animals used to stay deep in the thickets, away from people, but now they seem to have lost their fear. Large herds of wild boars are moving toward farms, leaving residents alarmed and frightened. And that's why we were called in, a team of professional hunters, mobilized for an emergency hunt in the heart of Texas. We prepared thoroughly before departure, checking rifles, ammunition, communications gear, and our GPS units. The sky was overcast then, the atmosphere heavy as if warning of a turbulent night ahead. Everyone knew that a single small mistake could have unpredictable consequences, because these wild boars are not only huge but extremely aggressive. We identified a mountain forest surrounding the fields as a likely refuge for the herd. The terrain was rugged, visibility limited, so locating the targets would not be easy. This time we brought a pack of well-trained hunting dogs. Their noses work fast, and only a few minutes after release, barking echoed through the woods. Immediately, the team spread out, taking ambush positions according to plan. The first shot rang out. The hunt officially began. The smell of gunpowder mixed with the scent of dry earth. The cries of the boars echoed through the forest. A boar weighing nearly 100 kilos was struck and fell, and the rest of the herd began to scatter. From behind a bush, another surged across in front of me with incredible speed. In that moment, time seemed to stop. I raised my weapon, took aim, and squeezed the trigger. A shot sounded, and the animal collapsed just a few meters from me. The forest was now chaos like a battlefield. Dogs barking, gunshots, and the boar's cries blended together. We continued the chase, not giving any animal a chance to escape. The fleeing boars left tracks, and the dogs kept on their trail. I held my breath, lined up the shot, then pulled the trigger. The round hit its mark. Another animal went down. There was no time to rest. We kept clearing the area. Whenever we heard an alert bark, the team moved in immediately. A giant boar was cornered and about to strike back, but my teammate was quicker. A shot rang out, and it fell on the spot. Everything went according to plan, swift, precise, and decisive. The woods now resembled a scattered nest of wild boars, spreading everywhere, from large herds to lone runners. But however fast they ran, our hunting dogs relentlessly followed every trace. Targets dashed in panic, but there was no escape. I held my breath, didn't hesitate, and squeezed the trigger. The shot hit its mark. Just when we thought it was over, on the way back a black, shaggy boar suddenly darted across the road in front of the vehicle as if challenging us. Without hesitation, we raised our rifles and took a quick aim. It tried to flee, but I was faster. A shot rang out, and the animal went down, huge like a dinosaur. On the other side of the hill, my teammates were also facing another herd. They identified targets, brought their scopes to bear and fired, making a boar stagger. Before the hunt ended, they managed to bring down a few more boars. The thrill of every hunt is real, but behind that thrill lies a real danger. These wild animals now not only destroy crops but also threaten people's lives by moving into towns. The video ends here. How do you feel about today's hunt in Texas? Leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see more dramatic hunting journeys. Goodbye and see you next time. Once seen as predators confined to the wild, coyotes have now spread across North America, from remote farmlands to crowded suburban neighborhoods. Their population has surged by more than 40% in just 2 decades, and every year tens of thousands of sheep, calves, and goats are torn apart, costing farmers millions of dollars in losses. But the danger doesn't stop there. They raid garbage bins, attack pets, and even threaten human safety. Faced with such a growing menace, how can farmers fight back effectively while still maintaining nature's balance? Let's find out in today's video. In California, the threat of coyotes is no longer distant. It has crept into people's everyday lives. They slip through fences, sneak into barns, and attack newborn lambs. Chicken coops are left in ruins, with paw prints scattered across the yard. Gardens are torn apart, drip irrigation lines chewed through and leaking. Trash bins are raided, and pets are attacked right on the doorstep. The damage goes far beyond numbers. Money spent on fences, guard dogs, deterrent devices, vet bills, and countless sleepless nights on watch. Many families change school drop-off routes or avoid early morning jogs. In this reality, each gunshot isn't sport. it's a desperate effort to protect peace and safety for farms and neighborhoods. Every hunt begins with patience and careful planning, usually at dawn when coyotes emerge from their dens to search for food. In the stillness of that moment, even the faintest rustle in the brush can make a hunter's heart race, a sign that the cunning predator is close. This is when experience, thorough preparation, and knowledge of the terrain become crucial, because these animals almost never make the same mistake twice. Hunting coyotes has never been easy. They're not only fast but incredibly smart and cautious. When they catch the scent of bait, they rarely charge straight in. Instead, they circle downwind to sniff out any hint of danger, and even the slightest sound or a glint off a scope is enough to send them fleeing. That's why hunters often use high-velocity rifles with flat trajectories like the .223 Remington or .22-250, paired with a 3.9x40 scope for precise long-range shots. But good gear alone isn't enough. Success ultimately depends on patience and striking at the perfect moment. If you enjoy watching intense hunting moments like this, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our next thrilling adventures. When night falls, the hunt enters a completely different chapter. Guided by their nocturnal instincts, coyotes silently emerge around the farms. Hunters rely on thermal scopes and night vision gear to track them in the darkness. Every shot must be perfectly precise, because even the smallest mistake will teach these predators to adapt and make them far more cautious. A heavy darkness blankets the field, with only the faint glow of the thermal scope revealing ghostly movements in the distance. The hunter lies perfectly still, breath quickening as a shadowy figure silently slips past the fence line. In that tense moment, every sense is on high alert. A decisive pull of the trigger, a sharp crack tears through the night as the bullet speeds toward its mark. The coyote drops instantly, but if the shot misses, it will vanish like a ghost, and the next encounter will be more challenging. In California, coyote damage costs millions of dollars every year. They prowl at night, preying on sheep, goats, calves, and even poultry, and sometimes destroying crops as well. Strong fences, guard dogs, and noise deterrents often prove useless, leading farmers to see hunters as trusted allies. For them, every coyote taken down is more than just a number. It's a livelihood protected, an income preserved, and one less threat lurking in the dark. However, the situation is far from simple. Conservationists argue that coyotes also play a vital role in controlling rodent populations, which helps reduce crop damage, a clear benefit to agriculture. Meanwhile, hunters and farmers point to the rising number of attacks on livestock and pets, especially in areas where forests meet urban neighborhoods. In this delicate balance between nature and human life, each bullet fired is not just an act of defense, it's a reminder of how we choose to coexist with such a resilient predator. In the end, hunting coyotes with a rifle is more than just a battle between humans and wild animals. For hunters, every pull of the trigger is a test of patience and precision. For farmers, it's an act of protecting their families and livelihoods. And for the coyotes, it's proof of their extraordinary adaptability and fierce will to survive in the wild. Do you think humans and coyotes can truly coexist? Is hunting really the best solution? Comment 1 if you agree, or share your thoughts if you see it differently. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. In recent years, people in many rural areas have been dealing with an uninvited guest, the lynx. Their numbers have risen so quickly that it's become nearly impossible to keep them under control. They slip through grasslands, barns, and even into villages. Many farmers wake up to find their chickens, ducks, or sheep gone overnight, losing thousands of dollars each season. Barbed wire fences, barking dogs, and noise deterrents no longer seem to work. And as these stealthy predators move ever closer to human homes, one question hangs in the air. Is there any real way left to protect our crops and livestock from such a silent hunter? Hunting a lynx isn't just a chase, it's a true test of patience and precision. These predators hide deep within dense forests and rugged mountain slopes, their spotted coats blending so perfectly with rocks and shadows that they seem to vanish into the landscape. A hunter must know their habits well, solitary creatures that come alive only as dusk falls. To track them, one has to study every clue, a paw print in the dirt, claw marks on a tree, or a few stray hairs near a raided pen. One careless move, and the lynx senses danger, slipping away into the wilderness and leaving the hunter's long pursuit in vain. When hunting lynx, most hunters go for medium caliber rifles like the .223 Remington or .243 Winchester, powerful enough to bring the animal down cleanly while preserving the value of its prized fur. A steady scope with 3.9x magnification lets them track the lynx whether it's hiding behind a bush just 50 yards away or standing still on a rocky ledge more than 200 yards out. In this kind of pursuit, the true weapon isn't just a strong rifle. It's precision, patience, and a deep respect for the creature they're facing. Pretty intense, wasn't it? If you enjoyed this dramatic hunting moment and want to see more adventures out in the wild, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our next exciting videos. Choosing the right ambush spot is just as crucial when hunting this elusive creature. The lynx has razor-sharp eyesight and hearing, one misplaced sound, and it vanishes without a trace. That's why hunters often position themselves on rocky ledges or along open clearings, where they can watch without being seen. Every detail matters: the camouflage they wear, how well they mask their scent, and the patience to stay perfectly still for hours, waiting for the right moment. In the end, those small choices can determine whether the hunt ends in success or slips away into silence. Winter is considered the prime season for lynx hunting. The thick snow makes their paw prints easy to follow, and their spotted coats stand out sharply against the white landscape. The harsh cold drives away most natural prey, forcing the lynx to wander closer to villages, where chickens and ducks become easy targets. Every encounter under those conditions feels like a tense chess match, a battle of wits between human strategy and the raw instincts of the wild. In every hunt, safety and humanity always come first. A reckless shot can do more harm than good, causing the animal unnecessary pain and making it harder to track afterward. Seasoned hunters wait patiently for a clear view and steady breath before pulling the trigger. Many regions also enforce specific hunting seasons and restrict weapon types to maintain a balance between population control and conservation.
Hey boys, let's go!
After all, a hunter's role isn't just to protect livestock, it's also to help preserve the delicate balance of nature itself. Hunters don't just rely on rifles. Some take on the challenge of hunting lynx with a bow. In the stillness of the forest, the hunter crouches behind the brush, eyes locked on every subtle movement of the cat. The bow is drawn tight, the string trembling softly as they close the distance for a precise shot. When the moment comes, the arrow cuts through the silence and strikes the lynx in the shoulder. Everything happens in a heartbeat, where calm focus and accuracy mean everything. A bow hunt carries its own kind of beauty, one of silence, skill, and the raw instinct that connects human and wilderness. The clash between humans and the lynx isn't just a story about hunting, it's a journey to find balance between survival and respect for nature. Every step through the forest, every close encounter, reminds us that we're only a small part of this vast wild world. What do you think is the most humane and effective way for people to coexist with such predators? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Your support means the world to us and keeps us motivated to create more meaningful, high-quality content. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.